playing number 4. Frankie and Robert, brothers from Palm Beach County. On the Ivanhoe team, Bryan Thomas, team captain, playing number 1 position.
Come on.
Ride forward there, Bryan. Here we go. Bunky Martin, son of the lady doing the videotapes. Rated 1 goal. Chuy Baez, rated 6 goals. Highest rated player on the field, and Joey Powers from Ocala, playing the number 4 position, rated 1 goal. Tom Walker's ready. He bowls in the ball. And it's the blue team, Bunky Martin, coming out with it, the number 1 on Ivanhoe. Number 2 is playing today. Bunky Martin on the ball. Greg Lenahan coming down to defend. Bunky with the next shot bounces off his pony. Chuy Baez coming in now, the number 3 for Ivanhoe. Nice next shot. That was a 6-goal shot. If he had made it, it'd been a 10-goal shot, but beautiful 6-goal shot. Under the neck of the pony and over toward the goal, but a little wide and behind it. Ball would be brought in by Frankie Rodriguez for Brookfield. Taps the ball. Frankie and Robert both wearing red helmets. Nice drive by Frankie. And the Blues come in, and it's Bunky Martin with a nice back shot. The hard way, the near side. Greg Lenahan necks it around. Going to it now is Bryan Thomas. And a beautiful, high, lofting back shot right over everybody's head. And it's Roberto Rodriguez. Comes in for the back shot. It's a miss. Greg Lenahan decides to take it around the corner now. Passes it to Robert Rodriguez. And the near side shot coming down the field. Robert Rodriguez for Brookfield. Nice drive. Getting up to Richard Raphael, the number 1. Rides past it. Joey Powers backs the ball nicely. Intercepted by Frankie Rodriguez, the number 4, the powerhouse, coming down, playing back. And now very aggressively sets up beautiful shot. It's right in the goal mouth. It's rolling there. It's Joey Powers, Frankie Rodriguez. Powers has no play. Rodriguez didn't get to it in time. Powers did back it, cleared it out of the way. Bunky Martin's got it now. Chuy Baez, the number 3. Turn-ons. Robert Rodriguez for Brookfield. Robert partially hooked, and it went wide behind the goalpost. A lot of action there. Now, this is not ballet. You know, you can applaud, you can scream, you can shout, you can holler, you can encourage your teams, make noise. We encourage it. We like to hear noise here. Yay, team. Pick a team and give them some support, especially when they come in front of you like this. Come on, Bunky. All right, that's better. Bunky Martin on the ball. Greg Lenahan pushing hard. Lenahan, look at that back shot. Right between the 2 players. Chuy Baez on the move. Ball traveling 60 miles an hour. He picks it up for Ivanhoe. Taps it over to the center now. Lining it up. Trying to get it to Bunky. Taps it. Frankie Rodriguez is over there. Couldn't get the handle on it. Joey Powers with a nice back shot. Getting it over to Bunky Martin. He rides over it. Lenahan pushes him hard. Lenahan. And we had a whistle. Somebody crossed. He taps it. Bunky Martin intercepts it. Turns it over. Frankie reaches out. And we have another whistle. Freebies. Take it. Chuy Baez taps it forward. Robert Rodriguez coming in. No play. Chuy taps past him. Now he drives high in the air, and it's a goal. Ivanhoe breaking the ice. South goal, they're now going north. We change directions every goal. Ball's in play. Robert Rodriguez taps it in the air up to Richard Raphael. He's ridden out by Joey Powers. And now it's picked up by Chuy Baez. Greg Lenahan's on his hip. Baez still controls the ball. Picks it right up in midair. Up to his number 2, Bunky Martin. He leaves it for Bryan Thomas. Back to Bunky now. Thomas coming in to back him up. Bunky Martin on the near side. Takes it toward the goal. It's going wide. Bunky comes in now. Will it be a back shot? Yes. Not too far. Intercepted nicely by Frankie Rodriguez. And it's over the sideline, out of play, and there will be a throw-in at that point. 2 3/4 minutes remaining. I think we got a pretty nice crowd here today, folks. Give yourself a hand for showing up. Buzz Walker, give your spectators a big hand. Chuy Baez on the ball for Ivanhoe, the number 3, coming down the sideline, taking his time, tapping. It's in front of the goal. Tries for the belly shot, and he puts it through. What a shot. That's how you get to be 6 goals. There's 10 goalers in the world, the highest rating you can attain out of about approximately 10,000 people in the world that play polo. So if you're 6 goals, you're 6th. Beige going north. Richard Raphael gets a piece, goes through. Chewy backs it. Now, Greg Lanahan shoots it up to Raphael. Going back is Joey Powers. Nice back shot. Turns it back to Ivanhoe. Rodriguez. And the whistle. 1 minute. Chewy taps it forward. Robert Rodriguez tries to haze him there a little bit, but does dare not to foul. He lets him take the shot. Chewy's on it now. Greg Lanahan's there. He can't foul either. Chewy's still on the ball. Now Lanahan comes in for that bump, but it's wide and over the back line. Greg Lanahan this time to bring it in for Brookfield. Way up the field. Trying to get up to Raphael. Here comes Joey Powers, number 4. Raphael goes for the bump. Powers backs it. Lanahan's there, and he bumps with Baez. Chewy steals the ball, taps it forward, but the umpire caught the infraction. Greg's going to take it. Frankie's going to back him up in case he misses it, which isn't very often, which almost did that time, though. Now Greg pops it past Ivanhoe, taps it. Frankie's there. The insurance man comes through with a near side shot. Up to his brother, Roberto. Roberto bounces off a pony. Frankie's there, reaches out. Now it's Bunky Martin in the clear. Ivanhoe's got the ball, turning the play. On the offense now, Bunky Martin, number 2. And it bounces off his pony's leg and goes to the corner. Here we have Chewy Baez coming around. Chewy picks it up nicely. Over to Joey Powers. And now Bryan Thomas pops it. Baez, and he's partially hooked. And who have we got? Joey Powers. Ivanhoe fighting hard, trying to get us. First horn, 30 seconds to go. And the ball's been picked up by, well, now it's just lying there. Here comes Frankie Rodriguez, the number 4 for Brookfield. Sets it up for his younger brother, Robert. Bunky Martin comes in, gets a piece. Robert waits, picks it up, and there's an intercept, a whistle, and that ends the chukker. We have 4 minutes between periods, and we'll play a donated tape. And we don't know what it is.
Oh, yes, I do.
It's Julio. Good. Penalty 4. Greg Land kicks out. Robert, nice high shot up in the air. A little bit wide, turning on it now. But we have another whistle. Another whistle on the play. We got almost 20 seconds out of the clock on that play. Safety's more likely. Roberto puts the wood on it, going wide, and over the back line. Brookfield got lucky, gets a chance to bring in the ball now. And here comes Frazier Cura. Come on up, we saved your seat. Joey Powers to bring it in. Way over everybody's head, up to Bunky Martin. He's bumped by Greg Lanahan, and the ball rolls over the sideline. Remember, fans, they're in front of you now. Let's have a look. Hughes, umpires on the field. Ball's thrown in by Buzz Welker. Chewy Baez necks it out of there, up to Bunky Martin. Catches it right on the line, and it's rolling on the line, but it finally went over and will be another throw-in. And I think the USBA is enforcing the new rule of 15 yards from the sideline for the throw-in. And there it goes. The ball's in play. Greg Lanahan, number 3 for Brookfield, drives it down the field. Greg Lanahan still on the ball. Nice neck shot. Joey Powers going in for the defense. It's Chewy Baez to bump Lanahan and the back shot. Lanahan turns on the defense. Now the offense again. But here comes Bunky Martin. He swings and misses. It's Rodriguez. He's hooked by Chewy Baez. Here comes the other Rodriguez, Frankie. Baez steals it away. And he's hooked by Greg Lanahan with a back shot. Bunky, and it's now Richard Raphael with a back shot for Brookfield. Over to Greg Linehan on the gray pony. Back to Roberto. Near side next shot. Robert Rodriguez, look at that little push play there. Chuy Baez comes in. Gonna take it around the corner, maintain control and get it out of that goal mouth. Chuy Baez playing well, brings it up the sideline. Chuy drives it down the field, up to Bryan Thomas. Linehan comes in, bumps it out, takes the back shot. Chuy again, retrieves the ball for Ivanhoe. 2-0 the score. Now that long neck shot up to Bryan Thomas. And he's put on the hip of Frankie Rodriguez. Frankie comes in for the back shot. Not too far, but far enough. There's a hook. And it's Richard Raphael, and they bounce, and he's off the horse. The whistle plays. Everybody looks all right. Richard's on his feet. Approximately where the incident happened. Teams line up on balls as well. Covered balls in the ball, starting the clock. And it's Roberto Rodriguez. Now up to Richard Raphael, back on his horse. Well hit by Richard Raphael. Raphael, the number 1, coming down the field, and he carries it again. He's got Joey Powers. Raphael, nice center shot for that -1 player. Raphael going to goal now. It's in front of the goal. And he shoots. Oh, it's hit the goal post. It's still in front of the goal mount. Here comes Robert Rodriguez. But he shot it. Oh, son of a gun. That is not a direct quote from Robert either, I'll tell you. I cleaned that one up a little bit. Okay, there'll be a knock-in by Ivanhoe. Joey Powers, he rides around. Horse wasn't ready. Everybody else was except the horse. But he didn't swing at the ball, so he can circle around again, just like on a penalty shot. But the clock is running. It's on the 3-minute mark. It's in play. Raphael gets a piece, intercepting it, turning it back. Robert Rodriguez. Now it's Monkey Martin, tails it back. Intercepted again by Rodriguez. Bounces off the pony. Picked up now by Greg Linehan on the gray pony. It's Raphael trying to get that goal. Linehan centers it back. And it's in front of the goal. And it's back by Monkey Martin. Here comes Chuy Baez trying to get away from that goal mouth. Frankie Rodriguez. Who's got it? It's down the field, and it's now Greg Linehan and Bryan Thomas. Bryan Thomas picks up on the near side. Now the offside. It's a swing and a miss. Linehan turns on it. And he turns again and taps it. Lines up the players. Let them have it, folks. They're playing well. They're playing hard. This is a national tournament. The winners go to Memphis and then on to Lexington. Linehan working hard. Ball's behind him. Robert gets a piece. Back to Linehan. Bryan Thomas trying to take out Linehan. He's got a lot of work cut out for him. It's going wide and over the back line. Chuy Baez brings it in across the goal. I think he's going to get away with it, too. But Roberto says, I'm not going to make it easy for you. And he rides him off. Greg Linehan comes in with that back shot, turning the play back to Brookfield. Intercepted by Chuy, not Chowie, Chuy. Chuy Baez. He's unmarked and alone, going up. Linehan trying to catch him. Chuy Baez. Linehan leans out for the neck hook, and it's going a little wide again. And it's on the line. Greg Linehan keeps it in play, turns it back to Brookfield. It's Robert Rodriguez coming down the boards. Bunky Martin comes in for play. They bounce, bump, and it's Linehan, and Linehan comes through. Martin turns. Linehan's still on the ball. Martin has no play. Linehan drives it up to his number 1, Richard Raphael. Joey Powers trying to catch him. Raphael's loosing on the ball. Powers gets there first, backs it. But what have we got now? Bryan Thomas, he hooks. And now it's Chuy Baez with the tail shot. Over to Bunky Martin. Bunky Martin's loose. And he's going to take it down the boards. Away from his dad's camera. Opposite side of the field. Bryan Thomas hooked.
Picked up by Chewy Baez.
Chewy intercepts it for Ivanhoe. Chewy Baez on the ball now. Nice long drive, high in the air. And it's landing, it's right. Bryan Thomas takes the next shot, but it was wide. I heard a whistle. I don't know if that was a foul or if he was just repeating the...
Well, he shouldn't have been.
Shouldn't have been repeating the horn because that didn't end the period. So possibly the next period will start with a foul. We'll wait and see. We got 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I've got mine.
Then after I saw this thing,
Red balls in front of me.
there we go.
Greg puts the wood on it. Line drive right down the middle of the field. Up to Chewy Baez to intercept. And he does. The back shot. Over to Frankie Rodriguez. In there with a lofting back shot, but it lands in front of Bryan Thomas of the opposing team. Now Robert Rodriguez comes in. Gets a piece, and Richard Raphael. Now it's Chewy Baez. Up to Bunky Martin. You're on camera, Bunky. Smile. After you hit the ball, of course. Frankie Rodriguez.
Well done, well done, well done.
Rides him off. It's Greg Linehan. Tails it to the boards, but Chewy Baez is there. Nice back shot by Chewy. Greg intercepts it on the near side. Turns it over to
That's
Greg again.
Now, Mr. Thomas.
Bryan Thomas centers it back for the Blues, trying to get over to Chewy. But Greg steals it away. Greg Linehan on the move now for Brookfield. Linehan. Joey Powers comes in. Greg Linehan still coming down the sideline. Powers comes back for the back shot. No play. Greg Linehan still on the ball for Brookfield. Powers swings and misses. Greg Linehan gives a nice drive up toward that goal mouth. It's through the goal. Joey Powers tried to save it, but just didn't get there. It's now a 2-1, ladies and gentlemen. All you Brookfield people, I know Janet and Jessica and Rebecca and Jim, and you always hear George Kokinas. If the sound system ever goes out, my wife and George are going to relay.
Bryan Thomas.
Okay, Bryan Thomas on the ball for Ivanhoe. Greg Linehan catches it in midair and pops it back. Chewy Baez picks it up. Back to Ivanhoe now, and it's Frankie Rodriguez to Linehan. Greg Linehan on the ball. Now he drives it upfield. Linehan still on the ball. Raphael goes up front, the number 1, waiting for Linehan's pass, and there it is right in front of him. What a nice play. Raphael's got the shot. Nobody's on him. And he gets 2 out of it. That's not bad. And Joey Powers backs it for Ivanhoe. Linehan now, again, turns on the ball. Bunky Martin steals it away. Leaves it for Chewy Baez. Baez on the ball. Martin going up front. Martin picks it up from Baez. Baez back to Martin. Frankie Rodriguez comes down to defend. Martin still on the move, playing the number 2 position. The ball is going wide, wide, wide. Gone. Sorry about that. There'll be a knock-in. Nope. Still on the field of play. Okay. Well, there is a flag person up there. I think he's over having a soda. Robert Rodriguez for Brookfield, up in the air. Not quite in front of Greg Linehan, but there is Bryan Thomas. Backs it nicely for Ivanhoe. Picked up by Chewy Baez, the number 3, up to Bunky Martin. Bunky shoots. It's high in the air, and it's in front of the goal, and Greg Linehan comes in a tail shot. Horse and rider down, the clock stops, time is out, but he saved the goal. That's polo, ladies and gentlemen, that is polo. Time is out. If we have it started, and the blue is going north the short way, and Robert Rodriguez clears it out of the goal mouth, but here comes Joey Powers. Nice back shot there by Joey. It's in front of the goal, picked up by Richard Raphael. Good save there by Raphael, and another whistle indicating a possible foul. She's out there working with Boca Festival. Problem, take it to Tracy. Greg Linehan taps in the ball. Taps it again. Bunky Martin's hazing him well. And Greg's still got control of the ball. And it's Bunky, and it's Greg, and it's Bunky, and it's Greg. And it's going wide.
Back nicely by Chewy Baez.
Chewy Baez clears it across the goal mouth over to Joey Powers. Powers coming down the sideline now. Joey Powers on the near side. Joey Powers again on the near side. A nice near side shot. Richard Raphael chasing him hard. Joey Powers is breaking loose. Raphael's running right with him. It's Powers and Raphael just gave him enough haze there to miss his shot. And who's got it now? Bunky Martin on the near side, picked up by Greg Linehan. Greg Linehan for Brookfield. Linehan, and it's up in the air, coming and over the sideline. There will be a throw-in. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2-1. You got to have a favorite team there in front of you somewhere, so let them know it. Hello? I don't hear you. Hey, there we go. Thank you. The players thank you. The horses thank you. Ball's in play. And Richard's horse knocks it out. Chewy Baez uses his mallet. Joey Powers picks it up. The Elves there, and Linehan, and Bryan Thomas, and Robert Rodriguez backs it. Turning on it now is Chewy Baez. Raphael comes in. Baez turns on it. Chewy Baez, 6-goal player. And it's stolen away by guess who? Robert Rodriguez. To Raphael. And Bunky Martin steals it from Raphael. Chewy Baez steals it from Linehan, but Linehan picks it up again. Baez goes back for the defense, the back shot, which he does. But there is a whistle on the play. That was a very vociferous whistle, Mr. Welker. Even we heard that whistle, K-Guitars. Baez on a 3, shoots it, and it's through. The score is now 3-1. Ivanhoe up front by 2. And we have about 3/4 of a minute remaining in this chukker. The ugliest but the most division. MU2, Mooney. Turbo Brown.
Ball's in play.
Ball's in play. Greg Linehan comes out with it. Bryan Thomas tries to hook him, and he did. Bryan Thomas with a nice hook there. Chewy Baez comes in, tails it over to the sideline, but turning on it now is Frankie Rodriguez. On the gray pony, Rodriguez shoots it, but it miscues and goes over the sideline. I started to say I don't think they can throw it in before the horn blows. And the horn blew. It is now halftime. And get your dogs, your frisbees, your kids, your wives, your parents, and everybody can get out and tread the divots and have some fun. Okay, the ball's in play. Tom Hughes doesn't fool around. He threw the ball. He threw the ball right through everybody. And Linehan cuts the next shot there. It's in front of the goal. It's backed out by Chewy Baez. Now Brookfield's on the defensive, and it's Rodriguez with a nice back shot over to Raphael, but Roberto turns on it, and Joey Powers steals it out of the goal mouth, and he's running out. And a long drive by Joey Powers. Frankie Rodriguez puts him on the hip, rides over the ball. Bunky Martin takes it forward, can't get the back shot. Now Bryan Thomas, he picks it up. Bryan Thomas puts it in the air. Thomas, a swing and a miss. Linehan, a swing and no miss. Linehan, Greg. Hello, Bunky.
No, that's Chewy.
That was Chewy, okay. Bounced it off his shoulder. Now Linehan, now it's Chewy's turn, he backs it. Joey Powers backs it. And Bunky Martin now picks it up. I got confused because Bunky Martin and Chewy Baez both have red saddle pads. And Kay, you didn't come up and tell me that they were going to have identical saddle pads. Joey Powers and the whistle. So while time is out, Kay is going to bring me up to date on who's wearing what saddle pads. Penalty 5 awarded to Brookfield, and Greg Linehan taps it forward. Bryan Thomas comes in for the hook. Lenahan keeps control. And now it's Lenahan still driving for Brookfield. Chewy Baez goes back. Lenahan tries the next shot. A lot of pony's legs there. Backed out by Raphael. Picked up now. Martin takes a swing. Here it comes Roberto. He shoots. What happened? It went wide. The flagman's back. Thank you, flagman. Welcome back. We missed you. I did. Chewy Baez to bring it in for Ivanhoe. Off a pony. Joey Powers. And now we have the old buried ball routine. Chewy Baez. Nice lofted drive. Way up the field. Lenahan goes back. Bryan Thomas picks it up. Reaches way back. Tries to tail it to the center, but Lenahan picks it up and coming around the corner is Lenahan, backed up by Rodriguez. Lenahan still on the ball. Monkey Martin trying to hook, and it's over the sideline. Out of play. There'll be a throw in where the ball went over the line. Umpires on the field. Buzz Walker, Tom Hughes with the Chicago Stockman's hat on. Another whistle on the throw-in.
They come to the third man.
10 seconds remaining in this period. Ball's in play. He comes back out. Greg Lenahan with the back shot up to Richard Raphael. Monkey Martin's coming in. Raphael's on the ball. The pony steps on it. Joey Powers backs it. Lenahan's back again. Lenahan, Brookfield, Chewy Baez on the near side. Picks it up in motion. Look at that shot. Sets it right up in front of the goal for Bryan Thomas. But Greg Lenahan's there. Taps it, turns it, and saves the day for Brookfield. Thomas comes in. Lenahan still on the ball. Now Lenahan puts the wood on it, but there is Joey Powers going back for defense. Number 4, swing and a miss. Robert Rodriguez for Brookfield. 2, Raphael. Rodriguez still on the ball. Swings the near side. Lenahan picks it up now. Greg Lenahan, the number 3 for Brookfield. Team captain and sponsor. Greg still on the ball, driving to the goal. Raphael's right there, and it rolls through the goal. Guess what? It's 3-2 now. Getting close. I'd have to give that to Greg Lenahan, I think. You know, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the ball is going to the goal and that to the pony, and we call it a pony goal. But it counts. Even if the opposing player puts it through the goal, it counts. Not for him, but for the team he scored it. It's their goal at that time. Ball's in play. Roberto leaves it for Greg. Greg drives it up to Richard Raphael, the number 1 for Brookfield. Raphael's up front alone, and Lenahan backs him up and goes to the goal. Monkey Martin's on him close. Lenahan necks it through, and guess what? It's all tied up 3-3. 2 chuckers and 2 minutes to go in this one. South. Brookfield going north. Monkey says, horse, you're on the wrong side. Okay, the ball's in play. Chewy Baez drives it upfield. Going back is Rodriguez. Tails it back. Trying to get to Lenahan, but Raphael's there. Here picks that up. Richard Raphael lays it for Greg. Greg swings and a miss, but there is Roberto Robert. Bounces off Tom Hughes' pony. And who turns on it? Bunky Martin turns on it. Bunky Martin picks it up in the air. Well-hit ball up to Bryan Thomas. But no, there's Bunky. Thomas takes the man. Bunky takes the ball. Coming around the corner. Bunky Martin. Watch the next shot. Whoa, not quite enough. It's over and behind the back line. Brookfield gets a break and will bring in the ball. Greg Lenahan to knock it in. Umpire says play, and Greg does. Taps across goal. Up a little further now. Booming through. Gets the ball up to Raphael, the number 1 up front. Richard Raphael. Joey Powers with a back shot. A nice play by Joey Powers. Good defense. Chuy Baez picks it up now.
Oh.
And there's a cross.
Oh, boy, Robert.
And Robert says, what am I doing in a place like this right now? Chuy gets a nice drive, but it's a little wide and over the back line. Brookfield tied up the score and got another break. Greg Linehan will bring it in now. Umpire says play, and play we will. Blood-eye, boom. First horn, 30 seconds to go. Here comes Frankie Rodriguez. What a nice long drive by Rodriguez up the field. Rodriguez is by himself, but there's Joey Powers sneaking in, but he has no play. Rodriguez tries to cut it, hops over his mallet. Greg's there, Chuy's there. Chuy tails it over to Bunky Martin, and here comes the ball over the sideline, out of play. Ending the fourth checker, and we are all tied up at 3-3. Julio, entertain us some more. In Palm Beach, near the Palm Beach Polo Club, called the Charlie Horse. So when you're up there, stop in the Charlie Horse and say, gee, Tom, we saw you down in Boca umpiring. And now we come up to see you work. Okay, ball's in play. Greg Linehan. Now, Robert Rodriguez picks it up, drives it up to Raphael, but it's intercepted by Bryan Thomas. Now Chuy Baez comes out with it. It can't be the same horse. He's got the same breastplate, red saddle.
Well, that's just
I'm
the way he goes
confused.
to the field.
Okay, Baez still on it. Now Bunky Martin comes in.
Well done.
Nice pickup by Bunky on the near side. Back to Baez. Bunky backs him up now. Baez on the ball. Chuy Baez taking it down the field. Rodriguez and Linehan back to Bunky. Catches it in the air, but there is Frankie Rodriguez with a nice pickup. Robert Rodriguez, rather, the younger brother of Frankie. Rodriguez still on the ball, the near side. Nice play. Rodriguez moving on the ball. On the offside now, coming down the field. Bryan Thomas on his hip. Rodriguez centers it over to Raphael, but there's Bryan Thomas. A nice tail shot to the side. Good defensive play for Ivanhoe. Over to Chuy Baez now, but picked up by Linehan. Taps it forward, not to foul. Now a tail shot to center. Chuy Baez intercepts it, takes it over the sideline, sets up Bryan Thomas. The ball is rolling. Thomas leaves it for Baez. Baez on the ball again, back to Thomas. Bryan Thomas, back by Linehan. Brookfield. Robert Rodriguez brings it out of the corner. Joey Powers, Rodriguez still on the ball. Powers goes back to defend. And he tails it back over to Chuy Baez. Linehan, or no, that's Raphael trying to steal it, but
Whoa.
Baez is hooked by Rodriguez.
Here comes Joey Powers.
And here comes Joey Powers wide
Oh,
open.
he missed the ball.
Whoa, Rodriguez. Boy, I'm sure glad you missed that because I got it. Turning on it now is Baez, Chuy. Near side, offside, near side. The ball's dead on the field. Chuy's back on it again now. Chuy Baez on the ball for Ivanhoe. Coming right in front of you. Good time to give a little applause. 3-3's the score. Sudden death is possible. That's it. Give him some encouragement. Look at that shot. Over to Bunky Martin. Bunky Martin now comes in, approaches the ball. Nice shot by Bunky. Sets up the goal, but there is Linehan. He couldn't make it. There is Baez. He picks it up. It's rolling, rolling, rolling. And it just went wide, but there's a whistle. We'll wait and see. Looked like a certain goal, but we have a whistle. We're going to have a throw-in right in front of the goal. The Blues got the short.
They blew the whistle and then decided.
They blew the whistle, decided there was no foul. Mallet in the air. Okay. Throw in. The Blues got the short distance to go. What happened? The ball went over the back line. That's what happened. Okay, now it's a knock-in. Brookfield brings it in. Greg Linehan.
So you're saying offsetting foul, so to speak.
Okay, what possibly happened down there is that there probably was a foul, which is why the umpire blew the whistle. But because the player appealed for a foul by swinging his mallet, which is a no-no also. The umpires took the foul away and made it a throw-in. That is a possibility. Okay, here we go. Robert Rodriguez on the ball. Bunky Martin, nice tail shot by Bunky up in the air. But here comes Frankie Rodriguez. He's on the ball now for Brookfield. Up to Linehan, Joey Powers, and Linehan, Clyde. Frankie salvages the ball. He's on the move now. Frankie Rodriguez in front of the goal. He's shooting, he's tapping, the ball's rolling. Joey Powers backs it, bounces off a pony. Turning out now it's Bryan Thomas. Chuy Baez. Thomas tapped it over. Baez on the ball now. Thomas taking the man. Baez is up front all alone. Look at that drive by Chuy Baez. 6 goal players sticking ball down the field now. Linehan broke loose from the man. He's coming into Baez. And whoa. Gosh. Back by Linehan. Looks a little dangerous out there, folks. Okay, Baez recovers the ball. Bunky Martin now. Bounces off a pony. Rodriguez centers it back. Turning on it now is Joey Powers. Here comes Linehan. Powers backs it nicely. Baez comes in. Rodriguez is on him. Back by Linehan again. And here comes Baez. He shoots the goal. And we have a whistle. He did 3 in a row there.
All right, we have a penalty 2 scored by Chuy Baez.
That was a penalty 2, which is right in the goal mouth. Chuy Baez put it through, and it's now 4-3. Blue scored on the south, and now they're going north. Buzz blew the whistle, stopping the clock, and we have 1 3/4 minutes remaining in this period on the clock. Now the ball's in play, starting the clocks. Starting the play, Rodriguez. Powers going with him. Rodriguez still on the ball. Frankie Rodriguez, Power. Nice back shot by Joey Powers. Baez, he backs it. And here we have Bryan Thomas turning on it. Roberto Rodriguez. Thomas. Rodriguez steals it away. Roberto. Thomas reaching out for the hook. Roberto still on the ball. Roberto. Nice neck shot. Set up down the field to Raphael. Richard Raphael. And we have a whistle again. Joey Powers came in for the back shot. Raphael was trying to get it through the goal. Chuy taps the ball. Robert Rodriguez ducks the ball. Ball's well hit up the field. Frankie's there. And Bryan Thomas taps it through the goal. 5-3 now, ladies and gentlemen. 5-3. Ivanhoe back to the 2-goal lead.
45 seconds.
Buzz raised his hand. We don't know if he wants attention or to whatever. Okay, they're coming confer with the third man, Mario Mendoza. Boy, when you have a Palm Beach attorney as the third man, the decision is definitely final. Chuy Baez on it. First horn, 30 seconds to go. Joey Powers racing in. Linehan. Linehan hooks him nicely, but there is Bunky Martin, the number 2. Linehan captures the ball and drives it out of the goal mouth. Up to Rodriguez. Roberto. No, that's Frankie. Big brother Frankie puts a nice piece of wood on that and gets it way down the field. Frankie, and again he hits it. Linehan's coming in behind. Richard Raphael's there. They're all... That's the final horn. Didn't quite make it. The ball went wide anyhow. Ending the 5th period, and ladies and gentlemen, let's give the players a big hand. This is a good game. This is not 30 goals or 40 goals. This is 8-goal polo. This is good stuff. In by Tom Hughes, and there's a horse rearing up in the air. It's Greg's horse. And in spite of the horse rearing up, he still comes out with the ball. It's in front of the goal. And Bryan Thomas and Joey Powers. And the ball's still there. And it's backed by Rodriguez and picked up by Chuy Baez. And it's still in. Robert Rodriguez puts it through for Brookfield. It's now 5-4. Tom Oxley, take your sudden death and go home. We don't have time for it. Teams, hurry up, line up. Ball's in play. Bounces off a pony. the number 4, Joey Powers. And we have another whistle. Stopping the clock with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Conversion attempt. Taps the ball forward. Rodriguez ducks out of the way. Comes in for the back shot. And here comes Richard Raphael on the Appaloosa. Raphael gets a piece of the ball. Powers tries to back it and swings and a miss. And it's picked up by Robert Rodriguez. Here comes Bunky Martin now. Nice back shot by Bunky. Turning it over to, it's intercepted by Rodriguez. Frankie Rodriguez. And Greg Linehan takes the back shot over to Roberto Rodriguez. Joey Powers going back to defend now. Rodriguez still in control of the ball, and he lost control, and it's backed by Bunky Martin. Picked up by Greg Linehan. Turning on it. Powers, Linehan still on the ball. And he's hooked. And Chewy backs it. Turning on it now is Frankie Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes into the corner. I assume the ball's there. He wouldn't be riding. I can't see it, but he wouldn't ride over there for nothing. And he backs it. Bunky backs it again. Now Rodriguez. Robert. Now Greg Linehan. Everybody's slowing down there. Chewy Baez trying not to foul. And Baez gets a piece of the ball. Chewy comes out with it on the near side. Nice play by Chewy. Tried very hard not to foul. And what happened? Chewy still on it. Bunky Martin, he picks it up now. Bunky Martin. Bunky Martin, 17 years old. On the ball now. And he's ridden out by Rodriguez. Greg leaves it. Powers comes through. Raphael gets a piece. Now Greg turns on it for Brookfield. Brookfield picks up the play now. Bryan Thomas comes in. Linehan still on the ball. Rodriguez says, I got it, Greg, but here comes Joey Powers. Joey steals in there and gets the back shot. Turning on it now is Bunky Martin. He picks it up. Raphael and Rodriguez in close pursuit. Bunky Martin, he's breaking away. Bunky Martin, nice shot, setting up the goal. Bunky Martin, Raphael come down. Bunky Martin's on the ball for Ivanhoe. Bunky Martin, he taps it, he shoots, and it's rolling, and it's going. It's through. Bunky Martin, 6-4 now the score. Bunky Martin. How about that, Mom and Dad?
3.5 minutes.
Did you get a picture of that, Dave Martin? Hell no, I know you say that. Now, when you leave here, you go out and play the cash 3 with whatever's on the boards, and you might win.
Ball's in play.
Ball's in play.
Frankie.
Frankie Rodriguez steals it away. Robert. Baez on his hip. Robert, Baez. Chewy gets a piece. Now it's Raphael. Richard Raphael. He's backed up by Greg Linehan. It's backed by Joey Powers for Ivanhoe. Turning on it now. The other Rodriguez, Frankie, he tails it back to center, but here comes Chewy Baez, takes it across the goal mouth. Baez coming around the long way. Linehan's in for pursuit. Baez and Linehan. Linehan comes over, backs the ball. And there's Chewy, sits there and waits for it. Taps it up to Bryan Thomas. Bunky Martin tries to take out Linehan. Bryan Thomas breaks loose now. Captain and sponsor. Now it's Rodriguez coming in. Frankie over to Robert, but Chewy bumps him, and Chewy Baez picks it up and tries to get it back, but we have a whistle. Stopping the clock with just under, well, call it 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's close.
Hey, it's all yours. I'm gone.
Now, Mr. Al Witherspoon has trophies, and I'm sure he's selected some lovely young ladies to present those trophies to the winning team. Benny. So while we're waiting for the winning team to come over and receive their trophy, comb their hair, and do all that unnecessary stuff, Bryan Thomas, I'll tell you the same thing I told Tom Hughes, that little panel up there is not a bald spot. That is a solar energy panel to drive your sex machine. How you like that? We'll present the trophies.
That was Friday night.
Oh, excellent. Went very well. Did very well. took in $11,075 on the bachelor auction, plus the ticket sales and the drinks and everything. About a $20,000 profit.
No kidding.
Okay, for Ivanhoe, playing the number 1 position, Bryan Thomas, Bunky Martin, Chewy Baez, and Joey Powers. So, ladies and gentlemen, gather around and let's have a big hand for Ivanhoe. There you go. And where's Marge? Oh, working. Okay, good. That's fine. As long as she's not off goofing off somewhere. As long as she's working.
Is there any talent there?
Oh, yeah.
Was there?
Bachelor's delight. And hell, you get like 150 women bidding on 22 bachelors.
How many guys were there that were not bachelors?
About 20, and they all made out and ended up over at Pete's place with dates.
Okay.
Dory Childs is the trophy presenter.